In the top stories, stage is set for St. Kitts Music Festival. Intensified efforts underway in Antigua and Barbuda to tackle farmers' water woes, and Macron's ensemble loses parliamentary majority. Hello and welcome to the ZIZ Midday Newscast. Today is Monday, the 20th of June, 2022. I'm Jason Davis. Nationally, the stage is set at the Kim Collins Athletic Stadium as the St. Kitts Music Festival Committee gets ready to host the event later this week. During an interview with ZIZ News on Monday morning, Chairman of the committee, Damien Hobson, shared what has been done at the venue so far.
The stage is already up. We are using Sound 2000 to St. Martin. Bigger stage, bigger LEDs, bigger lighting. We also have all our VIP tents have already been constructed. We have White Sands Carambola, we have the Ministry of Tourism, and we have express events. All set up, all covered, all ready to go.
Hobson noted that they are ahead of schedule for the preparations of the venue, but there's still more to be done.
Right now, I would say we're about 75%. Normally, we're about 45%, so we're ahead of the game. But that's still a lot left to go. But hopefully, by the end of the day, today, we'll have up all the fencing, the guardrails, all the lighting will be completed today. The bathrooms are ready. By the end of the day, we should be about 90%.
As it relates to artist arrivals, Hobson said Bunjigalin and Fayan Lyons are already on island. However, there have been challenges sourcing tickets for the other artists.
You know what, the only challenge we've been having is really airline tickets, getting our artists in. It's been an extremely difficult process this year because of flights, especially out to Trinidad, but we're getting through.
And how are you going to remedy something like that?
Lots and lots of phone calls. Lots and lots of planning. I think Liat finally got their second aircraft in this weekend, so we're looking to use Liat to do some of the stuff for us now.
He said sound checks will begin for national acts this afternoon. Plans are underway for the return of St. Kitts Nevis Restaurant Week next month. According to a release from the St. Kitts Tourism Authority, this year's Restaurant Week will be held from July 14 to 24 and places the spotlight on local chefs and farmers. During each staging of Restaurant Week, activities and competitions are themed around a specific local ingredient. This year, it's the sweet potato. Among the events planned for this year is the Tasting Showcase, which is held in both St. Kitts and Nevis, where restaurants serve up dishes made from this year's theme ingredient. The St. Kitts Tasting Showcase takes place on July 10 and the Nevis version on July 16. There will also be a bartender/mixologist competition where participants will compete to concoct the winning cocktail, the Eye Opener, which must feature one of the St. Kitts rums. That event takes place on July 17. Another key event on the calendar is Grill Fest on July 23, which, quote, pays tribute to our grill masters as they vie for the title of Best Grill Master in 3 categories: poultry, pork, and seafood, end quote. Restaurant Week is a staple of the tourism event calendar, which has been on hiatus for the past 2 years due to the COVID pandemic. In other news, Dr. Moya Rotham, the Vice President of Academic Student Affairs at the Clarence Fitzroy Bryant College, says the institution prides itself on ensuring that citizens of St. Kitts and Nevis are given every opportunity to access higher education. She was speaking during the most recent episode of Working for You.
Because we at the CFBC, we see it very important for Kittitians and Nevisians to access higher education. And it is one of the things that we really hold dear to our hearts, because we want to see that persons within the Federation, that there is that dialogue as it relates to, accessing higher education. We do not want to be left out of the loop, and so we see that there is the need for children from a very young age to start to have that discussion, to start having that dialogue, the conversations as it relates to college and university. We find that it is lacking, and we are hoping that we can do some work as it relates to, changing that mindset.
Vice President of Academic Student Affairs at the Clarence Fitzroy Brand College, Dr. Moya Rotham. We now move to news on the regional scene. In Antigua and Barbuda, fresh efforts are being made to ease some of the water woes being faced by the nation's farmers. Representatives of the Food and Agriculture Organization and other partners are currently on the island coordinating efforts with the Ministry of Agriculture. ABS's Ursel Charles Jr. reports.
Chi Lin Lee is lead developer of novel nano-enabled desalination treatment. She's been on island with the Food and Agriculture Organization team and explains what options exist for alleviating the water problems farmers face.
How we